On November 8th, 2016, I remember waking up that morning feeling really optimistic because I was for certain I was going to witness the first female be elected president of the United States. I was so excited. I felt really great about the day. But the night rolled around and so did the votes, and that's when it really hit me, and all I can remember thinking was, how did we get here? How did we let this happen? I couldn't wrap my head around the results, and I still can't. President Obama made a video saying that whatever happens, whoever wins, the sun will rise in the morning. But the day after the election, the weather was overcast. The sun didn't come out, probably because it was morning with the rest of us. For once, the city was not lively. There was just a blanket of sadness on top of New York City. It took a lot of effort and energy to get up the following morning, but I lugged myself out of bed and went to a bagel store to get a donut because usually donuts and pastries can cheer me up. Everyone out on the street was silent. All I heard was this homeless man sitting on the sidewalk, and he was holding out a paper cup and was asking each person who passed by him for some change. And when I passed by him, I thought, yeah, me too. I would really love some change. And we did get change, but it wasn't the change that I wanted or voted for. But it surely was the kind of change that a separate group of Americans have been longing for, especially those people who haven't been so happy with the past 8 years with Obama in the White House. And I think about this all the time, how past generations have had to live through the atrocities of war, have had to face extreme injustices because of the color of their skin. And even though these problems are still happening in the world today, I've never had to directly experience them or to those intensities. But with the upcoming years, with the new administration, I think this may very well be the struggle that my generation will have to go through. There is a lot of work that has to be done, and I know it's overwhelming and increasingly difficult to be hopeful, especially if we're living under a leader who continually denies the humanity and the identities of so many people in this country. One way that he cannot cheat us out of is our kindness and our respect for each other. It's going to be our responsibility to make sure that we are moving in a forward direction rather than taking steps back. First of all, don't just dump your views onto other people, because that'll make them defensive and we'll end up just talking over each other, and we won't get anywhere that way. Also, don't just dismiss ignorance, because it will only keep us limited to our own narrow perspectives. And my last piece of advice, don't build walls. They will not keep harm out. They will only harm you by fencing you in. I don't believe walls will accomplish anything. They will only maintain the divide in this country. We need to have more open conversations, especially with the people whose views differ from ours. We can dissolve barriers of race, class, gender, and political views, but only if we learn to listen more carefully and have the patience to teach each other and learn from each other too. President Obama in his farewell address and Meryl Streep in her Golden Globe acceptance speech both stressed the importance of empathy. And we can be dehumanized, we can be demonized, but we will never be stripped of our capacity to be empathetic. Empathy is the most basic human language that we should all work towards becoming more fluent in. Wow, this is my 5th time trying to make this video. I've forgotten how to use my camera. It was grainy the first few times. Man, I was about to cut this video, but this all needed to be said. So thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. Treat each other well as always, and I will see you soon. Bye.